Chapter 12. As Beth waited in the hospital's waiting room for word on Mike's condition, several people from the park showed up. Dave arrived first with his girlfriend. A few minutes later, Superintendent Johnson came with 4 of his rangers. They waited for what seemed an eternity, but it was really about 30 minutes. Finally, a doctor came out to brief them. She said, "I am confident that Ranger Bauer will make a full recovery." Everyone hugged each other when they heard the news. The doctor waited for the commotion to die down, turned to Beth, and asked, "Are you the one who tranquilized him?" "That would be me," Beth said. "You saved his life," she said. "He saved mine first," Beth replied. The doctor put her hand on Beth's shoulder and said, "He'll be okay. We will keep him sedated until the chemicals are out of his system. Go home and get some rest. Come back tomorrow afternoon." "Thank you, doctor," Beth said before the doctor walked away. Dave approached Beth and asked, "Are you okay?" "Yes, I'm fine," Beth said, wiping a tear from her eye. "Would you like a ride back to your cabin?" "That would be great. Thank you, Dave." When Beth returned to her cabin, she took out the business card from Senator Drake. She opened her laptop and sent him an email. She then got busy. She had a lot of searching to do. Beth woke up late the following morning. She was usually an early bird, but she had been up later than usual the night before. She made herself a cup of coffee and then checked her email. She received a reply from Senator Drake. She also had replies from other inquiries she had made the previous evening. After getting ready, she headed into town. She didn't go to the hospital to see Mike right away. She had too much to do. By 3 o'clock, she had accomplished everything she had set out to do and headed to the hospital. At the nurse's station, she said she was there to see Mike Bauer. One of the nurses said, "He's in room 312. I believe he is still sedated, but you can go in to see him." On the way to the room, Beth saw the doctor from the day before and asked, "How is Mike doing?" The doctor thought for a moment and then said, "Oh, the ranger. We stopped his medication about an hour ago. He should be waking up soon. I'm sure he would love to see a familiar face when he does wake up." "Thank you so much, doctor," Beth said and headed to room 312. She found Mike sleeping, pulled a chair next to the bed, and sat down. She slipped her hand under his and put her other hand on top. Mike's eyes slowly fluttered open. "I must be dead," he said. "I see an angel." Beth smiled and said, "You are quite the smooth talker. It seems the student has become the master." "Don't let Dave hear you say that." "He's a good friend," Beth said. "He was here last night, along with Superintendent Johnson and a few fellow rangers. You have a lot of friends." "Yes, friends who wouldn't shoot me. You shot me. Don't be a baby. I saved your life." "How did you know that would work?" "I saw the bear sleeping peacefully. It occurred to me that the tranquilizer counteracted the poison. I know it was risky, but it was the only thing I could think of at the time." "You made the right choice, and it took a lot of balls to beat on that bear the way you did," Mike said. "I don't know whether to admire you or fear you." Beth patted Mike on the cheek and said, "You should do both. You had your gun. You could have shot the bear. Why didn't you?" "The truth is, when I saw that bear, I froze. All my training went out the window. You pulled me back and saved me. When I regained my senses, I partly feared that the gun would just piss him off more. More than beating him on the head with a stick? Well, I guess mostly I felt bad for the bear. None of this was the bear's fault." "You have a good heart, Beth. By the way, have you heard any news about the chemical cleanup? There are people out there right now taking care of it. They expect to have the park open the day after tomorrow. Of course, they will still be getting everything out of there for quite a while, but life must go on, as they say. I'm glad we were able to figure out what was going on around here. I'm guessing this means you will be leaving now. Are you in a hurry to get rid of me?" "No, not at all. Quite the opposite. I was getting used to having you around. How would you feel if I stayed around here longer?" "Really? How much longer?" "Oh, I don't know. I was thinking indefinitely." Mike looked surprised and said, "Are you serious?" "I have to go back to Washington for a couple of weeks, but then I'll start my new job with the local sheriff's department here. I even secured an apartment in town." "That's awesome. How in the world did you get a job in one day?" "Well, It helps to know a certain senator who can write a letter of recommendation and maybe pull a few strings. It seems like a bit of a demotion after being with the FBI. Are you sure this is what you want? Someone very wise told me recently that the goal of life should be to be happy. I believe that I am finally on the right path to accomplish that goal. I guess that same someone pushed you off that fence you were sitting on. Beth took Mike's hand and squeezed. I was lucky to meet such a wise man, Beth said. Perhaps I will introduce you someday. Very funny, Mike said. That same person also told me I should love someone. Really? So are you going to take his advice? I already have, Beth said before leaning in to kiss Mike. She pulled away and said, In spite of my best efforts to resist, you somehow made me fall in love with you, Michael Bauer. I think I knew it when that bear was on top of you. The thought that I might lose you frightened me more than anything I could remember. Mike squeezed Beth's hand and said, I love you too, Bethany Hartley. You have proven to be a partner I can count on. When I thought I was going to die, I took comfort in knowing you had a chance to get away. When you started beating on that bear, the fear returned. But at the same time, I felt proud to have such a wonderful partner who would risk her life for me. You did the same for me. I guess we make a good team. They kissed again, and Mike said, I have little doubt you will work your way up to sheriff one day soon. I appreciate the confidence, but my ambitions have changed. I think I want to settle down, get married, and have a couple of kids. Do you like kids, Mike? I would love to have kids. Wait a minute. Did you just ask me to marry you? Beth paused for a moment and said, I believe I did. Yes. Mike, will you marry me? Of course I will marry you, but I have a condition. A condition? What is it? Beth asked and laughed. Mike laughed too and said, Don't get me started, Shirley. They both laughed and then kissed again. Beth smiled and said, Okay, what is your condition? My condition is that you need to make the coffee. I truly appreciate you taking the time to listen to Falling Star. I hope you enjoyed the story. I would be incredibly grateful if you left a review on Amazon, Goodreads, or wherever the book is sold. Your thoughts help other readers discover my books and mean a lot to me as an author. Whether it's a few words or a detailed review, your feedback makes a difference. If you'd like to learn about my other books, please visit charleshuss.com. Thank you again for your support. I couldn't do this without readers like you. Charles Huss.